Okay, well, at the tip of the thread is like a late. It's like plaster covering it, right?
It can cut you.
Yeah, it can cut you.
Man, I'm steady getting pictures. My homie sending me these pictures. This from another fight. Let me ask him, what fight is this from?
See, this what happen when you get caught. Then everything be under suspicion.
Hey,
And
Bud,
this you thought you get away with come to light.
This might be the biggest boxing conspiracy for the nigga. He might get the record for being the longest cheater in boxing history.
Nah, Fury got him. Fury might got him beat.
Nah, Fury got him beat.
Oh yeah, because Fury, Fury has an opponent from maybe his 10th or 11th fight that said Fury's family invited him for dinner the night before they fight. He said he didn't want to go, but he went, and they food poisoned him. Like after he ate the food, he was in the bathroom all night. He didn't even get to do no pre-workout, and he lost the fight against Fury the next day.
Man, that was dumb on his part. That was dumb on his part, man.
Wow.
And then that's the thing with the Fury thing. It was like, why is this so hard for y'all to believe when this man has a history of cheating, y'all? And it's not like a history like we see it. He's been caught. So why is it so hard to believe that he cheated in this fight?
I don't get it, man. I think people just want to keep their little, Disney World view of the sport. Like, no, don't talk about my sport like that.
Right.
I think.
Right. That's why content creators don't talk about it, because they think they'll lose followers, because everybody be like, man, the whole shit is rigged. I ain't even doing it. Forget it.
Hey, fam say, check this out. Fam say, hold on. He say that Terence Crawford had big clothes on through the media workout and everything, so people wouldn't see his body.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe that.
Smaller than what he was.
I believe that.
Raw, somebody say they backstage.
It might be Asante. I think he dropped off.
Oh, I put it, let me see, in the private message.
Yeah, they put it, because see, when they first click the link, they be backstage, and then you gotta let them on the show.
Well, the link is in backstage already. If that's what it is in the private chat.
No, I'm saying they're waiting for you to let them on the show. They already.
He might have dropped off though.
Yeah,
he's still there. He's still there.
Hold on, let me see, because I don't see no. I don't see his thing. Tell him to click back up on there.
Is Asante?
Adrian.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. What up, bro? Adrian.
He dropped off again. He dropped off. He might come back.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, they don't want to. They don't like to talk about the corruption because they feel like their followers may undo it. But I mean, I can still enjoy boxing. I've been seeing fixed fights since the '90s, man. I can still enjoy the sport. You just gotta know what it is.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Hey, what's happening? Man. You're back. What's happening, bro?
Yeah, man, if you look at this whole, sorry, I know I can't curse on this. It's the same script. He literally told us what's everybody saying. He was weight trained. What did Crawford say 4 or 5 years ago? Oh, when I beat you, the first thing that they want to say, oh, you was weight trained. And I think I heard him bring up a point about the gloves earlier. And then somebody said, oh, Mayweather had hand injuries, whatever. Cool. If Crawford had some hand problems or whatever, which we're not aware of, which one is it? You're pressing the gloves and you're wiping it. If you're wiping the blood or whatever, the sweat, you just be wiping the sweat and just the blood. If you're trying to touch the actual gloves to do whatever you're doing, you would do what you're doing. Why would you be doing both at the same time? This just doesn't make sense. And then I'm comparing it to the Wilder and Fury fight. Then if you actually look at it, it was even after the third fight when Fury actually supposedly had clean gloves, but then the damage was already done. Like, so I don't get how people can't see this. It's in our faces. And then on top of that, even when he said, oh, he's got the open glove, he's using that to parry the punch. Spencer is a southpaw, so he's going to be hitting from both sides. So if you're going to parry, why are you only parrying from one side? It doesn't make sense. You would have both of your gloves open when you're ready to catch. and shoot or whatever it is that he was trying to do. Doesn't make no sense. If you're trying to wipe the blood, like you said, you don't need to be pressing the gloves so hard in every single fight, back to back to back to back to back, whilst you're still wiping it as well at the same time. It's just too many things going on with this guy. And me, I'm from London, I'm from England, so Kell Brook's one of my favorite fighters. That fight, I didn't know what it was. It was only until you started bringing out all this stuff. That's when I said, oh, do you know what? Let me go back and look at this. The way Kell Brook was holding his head when he hit the ropes, that wasn't from a normal punch. You've seen people being knocked out, flat out, fall on the floor, get back up. That was like he got hit with an object. And even after that Kell Brook fight, I remember, I think he did a post-fight interview with Bob Arum, and Bob Arum said, oh, he can compete with Hagler and Hearns or some nonsense like that. He's good enough. Why is it, or people are always speaking for his behalf? I don't understand it. Michael J. White basically came out, but he's trying to do reverse psychology. He makes it sound, oh no, don't worry about Crawford. It was Spence that had the problem with. Everlast came. All their teams got big mouths. Bernie's got a big mouth. Bomax got a big mouth. So why all of a sudden nobody can speak up when there's an issue? If somebody's accusing me of something, I'm going to send my representative to say, you know what, let me clear this stuff out. Or I'll come out myself and say, let me say this. All he's doing, he's literally just trolling everybody on Twitter, saying things that, oh, so I'm juicing now. He's literally, and the crazy thing about it as well, he's laughing at his own fans. Like, that's what's crazy. And I've noticed as well, Spence doesn't normally do interviews all of a sudden. Like you said, why is he not giving any of his big supporters no interviews? Where is he interviewing? He's going to Breakfast Club. He's going to these places that people that know nothing about boxing. They're not looking for gloves like we are, because they're not hardcore. All they're saying is, oh, that's what he's saying. Give me my respect. Give me my respect. Because he knows all of a sudden he wasn't demanding your respect before, and then now all of a sudden you're going to Breakfast Club. You're going to this place to what's that thing called $1 million worth of game. And obviously, and I didn't think about it. I think someone in your chat also mentioned it as well when he came out for, I think was the weigh-in or just after the weigh-in. And I think it was listening to like, was it Lil Wayne or something? And he came up to that song. I've never seen Crawford like that in a weigh-in. Why was it? It's like he knew that he was going to win. That's why he came out swinging his arms, smiling at the crowd. It's like he already knew. It's like he had a trick or something in his back pocket that he knew that he was going to pull out when it's needed. And that's why Bomac said, this is going to be the easiest fight ever. I promise you, just watch and see. You never said about all the other trash opponents, Avenesi and all of that. But why are you so confident? All of a sudden, when it comes to Spence, it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like you said, just now that they go to these outlets where they know only the casual fans are listening. And I said the same thing. It seemed like that event, and maybe this Charlo versus Canelo event. It's like they're putting these events on for the casual fans because they know good and well that the hardcore. Like the true hardcore fans, not just the ones that consider themselves hardcore, they will see what's going on. Like, we can see it, you know. But the casual fans who make up most of the tickets sold for these big events, they won't see it at all.
Yep, man. It is what it is.
It's crazy. And obviously Ross as well. Obviously, I think you mentioned the other day, why all of a sudden, listen, Amir Khan, obviously, whether you believe all boxers are on pets or whatever, that's down to everyone's opinion. Amir Khan been fighting in England his whole life. He's never popped dirty. The one camp that he had when he was training in Nebraska with Bomac, and then when he fought Kell Brook a month or two later, he popped dirty. It's not a coincidence. And then even Eubanks, you got knocked out in your last fight. Now you come back, you had a dominant performance. Do you know what I mean? I think, me personally, I think he started doing whatever he's doing after the Mean Machine fight. So obviously he came up, he won the belt against Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn said, okay, his gloves was dodgy or whatever, but no one was paying attention to it at the time. It was when he got knocked down by Mean Machine. That's when it's like, oh shit, now I need to. 147 is a whole different animal, and that's when I think he started jumping on it from then, because it doesn't make sense. He stopped everybody at every single round. After there was an issue, he stopped everybody at every single round, and his whole character there's a reason why he was delaying the negotiations. And you made a good point as well, Ross. Why is it every time that he's making an important tweet, he always misspells the most important word? So when he says test, he says text. When he says spin the block, he says spend the block. Why all of a sudden you have no problem with your spelling for all them other words, but the key words, now all of a sudden, you can't spell all of a sudden.
Because you can't, because you're not technically you're not lying if you misspell the word.
Yeah. Hey, we been scammed. All his fans and supporters been scammed. We've been scammed. But I bet you them class action lawsuits gonna make them tighten up.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna tighten up.
But like you said, it's not even about getting a result because we know they're not going to overturn nothing. And like you said, it's just about putting a spotlight on it and making people aware of what's going on. Like you said, his next fight, now we're going to see what he's doing. Is he going to fight Southpaw? Is he going to fight Overdose? Is he going to change this club? Is he going to change that club? There's just too many similarities. He's linked with MTK. Him and Fury's tactics are the same tactics. He flew over to Dubai. Why did he still? He didn't want to sign with PBC in the first place. And when he did finally sign with PBC, everything had to literally go into your favor.
Right. Hey, look at this guy right here. He said Ross is basically showing different gloves Bud has on, but from the same angle. Show me an angle of the glove where it is at least a 1 inch gap or 1/4 gap between the thumb and his hand, and I'll believe. If that's what you want, that's what you get. Hold on 1 second. Let me hide this comment. Because I'm pretty sure that is over an inch gap. I'm pretty sure this is over an inch gap right there. From that thumb to that finger. It's over an inch gap. So we just made this dude a believer. All right, y'all can get back to it, bro. I just wanted to show him show him that 1 inch gap.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's plain and simple. All right, cool. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, cool. If there was nothing wrong with the left glove, why doesn't both of them look like that? Why is only one looks deformed and the other one looks normal? If there was if it was allowed, like they say, oh, it's allowed to do this or allowed to do that, why don't both of them look the same? We just watched out Zhang knock out Joe Joyce the other day. We knocked out Wilder, knocked out Helenius. But this guy, someone said, oh, his fingers are so strong. So why is Wilder's fingers not popping through the gloves? But all of a sudden, this guy's so strong. He's the only person in the history of boxing that his fingers is literally bursting out of the gloves. Like, it doesn't make sense. And that picture that you put up, that's the perfect picture when he put his hands behind the back. It's the same thing that my son does when I walk in the room and I catch him doing something he's not meant to do. He tries to hide it under his bed or something. He's just got that whole, I don't know if it's just maybe Ross, we got experience or whether we're from the hood or whatever, but it's just that you can tell when somebody's just a shady guy, like immediately. It's not that hard to tell. That's like you said, he's the type of guy who will make you your friend. He'll be quiet. You think he's a nice guy. He's a humble. He can't be trusted. And when I knew that something was also funny was when I saw, I can't remember who it was, but when I saw him chilling with Mayweather in the club and blah, blah, and then I think when like you said, I think it was 2 cents, I can't remember. She said, oh, when Floyd made that tweet about, if you're dealing with him and you're dealing with me or something like that. And I'm thinking, ain't you meant to be training Spence instead of Crawford? And now all of a sudden you're hanging around with Crawford. It's the same thing with the Wilder fight. There's no way anybody would believe a 300-pound guy would gonna get off the sofa, come back and beat the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division. They all knew something that we didn't know.
Yep. And it was very odd that nobody believed that Wilder could beat Tyson Fury. I just didn't get it.
And then all of a sudden after the fight, now Mayweather was saying, "Oh, if you need help, I don't mind training you. Oh, if you need training, yeah, come over to me. I don't mind giving you help." Why didn't you offer that help before the fight?
And let me tell you another conspiracy theory I thought about. What if, let's say Spence would have beat Crawford?
I think she went out for
Hold on, she I'm getting it back on right now. You on 2 cents? 2 cents, you back?
Guess not.
Yo, Ross, I don't know if I think it was Asante L, but one of the people that jumped on the panel, he calls people surface thinkers. I don't know
That's
who it is. Yeah, so people can't think outside the box.
Surface level observers.
That's what it is. The two things that Spence said to me, as soon as Spence said, what did he say to me? He said, "Oh, I went against my own team to make this fight happen," basically. And then he said something about the sanction. I said, "Oh my God, like he's doomed." Well, like, you know who the higher ups are. I think they're all in cahoots from top rank to think that it's that 3 teams monopolizing the whole game and they're all working hand in hand together. So when Spence said what he said, it's going to look funny because now everyone's going to think, "Oh, I can jump over to top rank or go do this or go do that." So it's just I think they're trying to set an example to say basically like You know, next time Al Heyman said something, listen to him. And I'm not sure if you guys can remember, but it was a few years ago, basically. And this is when DAZN came out. And then Wilder, I think it was Lou DiBella, basically, that he took Wilder to DAZN, basically. And then they offered Wilder, I think 120 mil, whatever it was, for the 3 fights. And obviously the fight got turned down. And then all of a sudden, Lou DiBella's not working with Wilder no more. Al Heyman's not messing with him no more. And then initially he was meant to get paid 4 million for the Brazil fight. And I think they had to pay him between 10 and 20 million for the Brazil fight, because obviously that was based on the offer that DAZN basically offered them. So I kind of feel that Al Heyman doesn't want to pay these up past a certain point. Why is it your main stars, every time it gets to a big fight, something funny it's always going on?
Yep. Just like Fulton. Just like anytime they go against another promotional outfit, they
look at Fulton as well.
overnight.
Destroyed. Fulton got destroyed as well.
Yeah.
He'll give you your payday. Don't get me wrong, but you just know that that's your last payday. He'll give you the payday, but just know that you ain't coming back with a W. Fulton, your best champion at, what was it, Fulton at 122? Wow, thing. And then now Spencer, and like you said, and on top of that, it was on a PBC event. So obviously he can't control everything, but after the Wilder and Fury fight, there should have been enough measures in place to make sure that stuff didn't happen again. And you still slipped up again.
Yeah.
I was asking before I got kicked off, how big of a fight do you?
Ain't nobody kicked you off.
I mean, not kicked off, dropped off. I mean, before I got dropped off, I was asking how big do y'all think that Canelo Spence fight would have been? Do you think it would have been bigger than like a Mayweather Pacquiao?
If they built it up, I don't know if it would have been as big as Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Who fight?
Spence and Canelo.
No, it had never been, because Floyd and Canelo, Floyd the biggest fighter in the world, had a fight with Canelo, and that fight wasn't bigger than Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. So it's no matter how they build that fight would never sell 2 million pay-per-views. Floyd and Pacquiao did 5 million pay-per-views. That's a whole nother level thing. Conor McGregor and him, what they did about 4 million pay-per-views about. Let me look this up. So Conor McGregor and his fight was the second biggest fight. Floyd and Conor and Floyd and Pacquiao was the biggest. But before all of that, when Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya, that was the biggest pay-per-view fight in history. And Floyd broke that record a couple times after that. I'm gonna Google it real quick and see.
But Spence and Canelo would have done big. It would have definitely been big. I think it would have been bigger than Crawford and Spence.
Yeah, well, that's my point. Spence is not that big enough to the point where Heyman's gonna let him cross him and get away with it, because he's not reaping nothing back. If anything, the pay-per-view probably undersold compared to what Heyman was actually expecting. The reason why probably Mayweather was allowed to do whatever he was allowed to do, because they was getting something back in return. They probably even lost money on this fight, because why was they pushing the Furman fight? Heyman's, it's just an assumption, obviously I got no proof, but Heyman was probably pissed because he was thinking, I would have paid you like 5 million a piece and whatever you got on the pay-per-view on the back end. And then we could have done the Crawford thing, but he ended up thinking that Crawford only sold whatever. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. 200,000 pay-per-views at best. Let's just boost these numbers up. He came up to pay him 25 million. Would you be happy to pay someone 25 million? That's never sold nothing in their whole life.
Yeah, now look, Conor McGregor and Floyd did 4.3 million pay-per-view buys. Floyd and Canelo did 2.2 million pay-per-view buys. You know what I'm saying? Floyd and Pacquiao, I'm pretty sure they did about 5. Let me see though.
Yeah, Al Heyman didn't want to pay Bud that money. He didn't.
I'll be pissed too. Yeah. Because if I'm telling my client or something, don't go do this, this makes sense. We're going to do this. And you trust me my whole career. And now all of a sudden you want to, it wasn't that he was trying to outsmart him, but sometimes business is business and ego is ego. Business and ego doesn't mix sometimes. So that's where Spence said, I gave up so much concession to this guy. So he's also got to take some responsibility. And he looked pissed when the guy said to me, so how much did you give him? And Spence was like, I gave him a couple. Well, I can't remember what he said. And the guy said, "Was it more than the side bet?" And he said, "No, it wasn't more than the side bet." But I can't remember what he said exactly. And you could just tell the whole thing was issue was just funny. And I remember when they was walking on the stage. If you go back and look at the post fight, the weigh-in, when Crawford came on the stage, I saw Holyfield, Tyson, Espinosa, what's that guy named Tom Brown? They was all clapping for him. When Spence came on the stage, no one was clapping for him. Like literally, it's like it doesn't make sense. So it's either two things: either Heyman was, or whoever was behind it, or two, he's gone against these people. And even when he said that, when he said about the sanctioning bodies, I was thinking, why would you say that now? Why would you wait till after the fight to say that? I was thinking, it's crazy.
They also said, Spence said something like he didn't thank Al Heyman, he thanked his parents or something like that. Yeah. People were saying.
Hey, check it out, guys. I just went on Crawford's his Sports Academy site, and when I went to the part to the about in the team, he has a lot of big time financial backers behind him. Big time, a whole bunch of different things going on. But it's all about the gym, and the gym is only open Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm. But that's my point. Like you said, he's got so many financial advisors and so many people backing him, but he's not generating no money. And it makes sense now why he's always asking for more money, more money. But the thing is, not enough money. I need guaranteed money. I need guaranteed money. Like, how many people you got to pay off? Why are you so expensive and give up money? Why are you so worried about I need extra? I need a guarantee. I need a guarantee. Who are you paying off? You're obviously paying off loads of people. Because why are you so concerned about? You're already a millionaire. You're already getting whatever you was getting that top rank 3 to 4 million.
Went back in there.
You got a gym and it's only open 2 hours a day.
Hey, just look up the information. You can look up their taxes and all of that stuff. You can look all that stuff up online.
Hey, you know it's crazy. This guy just inboxed me.
They only got one athlete.
He say he Miguel Cotto cousin, and he say Miguel Cotto said that them gloves are loaded.
Earlier.
Oh yeah, something's up with them because they can't be that big and only 10 ounces. You know what I'm saying? So either they're 8 ounces and he's putting at least 2 more ounces with his wraps or whatever, or they just like designed to look big but only be padded in certain areas. Period.
Yeah, they bogus. They bogus. But check this out, fam, man. We had a great show today. I have to drop these things off in the mail. Some lucky winner has got this. I seen you 2 cents.
Yeah.
Some lucky winner got this Canelo versus Charlo tumbler. Keep your hot drinks hot, cold drinks cold. It's getting put in the mail. So check this out, man. We about to end the show. We will be back on later on tonight. We go get it cracking. You dig what I'm saying?